Hello, hello, hello. I have not done this in a while. I don't know how much I'll be talking, but I am going to start on this sweet little baby. And this is baby Morgan. So we are going to get started on her. So we got to do the base coat, the first coat. This is going to be a little red-headed baby. So I am starting the base coat out pretty light. We're going to start with 08 because little redheads usually have pretty light skin tone. Alright, so let me get my brushes. Alright. Now. Hello, whoever that is. Ryan, I'm recording, babe. I just want to let you know. Let me get some paint out. Stir this up. Alright. I thought I seen a comment, but I guess I didn't because nothing's coming up. I don't know. Alright, let's get some paint in my paint well. So I'm super excited. I have 4 orders for my womb babies. 2 rooted hair, 2 bald hair, and I decided I'm not going to take more than that because I do have other babies that I'm working on, like the giveaway babies and stuff. So, no, wait a minute. Is there 5? I think there's 5 womb babies. But a lot of people are paying payments, so I have some time to work on them. So, yeah. All right, so let's get my sponge ready. Where is my sponge that I like? Where did it go? Well, I don't know where. All right, we'll use this one. How are you guys doing? If you guys are, comment, if you would, so I can see if these comments are working. So for the first layer, I'm just gonna do a really good brush over, and then I will go back over it with another brush in all the creases and all of that, and then I will pat it with the sponge. That's how I like to do it. Everyone does it differently, and that's okay. We all find our own ways, and that's why pretty much, unless you're doing a very, very basic baby, no one reborns the same. Not exactly, anyways. So now I'll just take a bigger brush and kind of scoot the paint around, and then I will take the sponge and then after that, I will go in with a littler brush in the creases to make sure there's nothing built up. It's just how I like to do it. I wonder if my comments are working because I haven't, there's 3 people watching and I have not seen anybody comment. Alright, now I'm going to get a smaller brush to go into all of the creases, just to make sure, the ears, make sure there's nothing built up. I do that like 3 or 4 times throughout the whole process because you never want the creases to have paint buildup. And then after I do this, I will pat it again with my sponge. One more time. Because the sponge really puts the little, it just puts little micro dots that makes it, throughout the process with all the layers, it makes it look like real skin. Alright, so there is that. Trying to get my comments to come up, but they're not wanting to. There we go. Hi, Terry. Hi, Mariana. Hi, Valerie. There's one other that I didn't see. Oh, okay. Hi, guys. Yes, this is the very first step. It's my very first step, yes. All right. Go. This baby does not need to be neutralized. It is one of the very light sculpts, so it does not need to have any neutralizing layers. Now, if a baby was too orange or too peachy or too brownish, I would, of course, neutralize first. Just this baby doesn't need it. Trying to keep it in the view of you guys, but I keep pulling it more towards me. Sorry. Now to wipe out the creasing, especially hands, feet, ears. You got to really watch the creasing for them spots because it's very easy to accidentally leave paint in some of the creases. I'm pretty sure all of us Reborners have done it at some point, but now I pay very good attention to make sure I don't. But when I first started, I did accidentally do it a few times. Okay. Hello, Tammy. How are you guys doing tonight? I know why I was forgetting to. Yeah, that would be cool, Terry. I'm good, Valerie. I'm just trying to get some work done. I'm almost done rooting the silicone baby I've been working on, and it's going very, very good. A few more days of that. I've been working very hard to get that done because I'm really wanting to get that baby to her mom, because it took me a little longer because I had to order some new paint and a few other items that I needed to reborn that. So it actually took a little longer than I thought it was going to. So I'm really trying hard to get that done for her mama. But she understands. She hasn't been upset about it or anything. She understands that I had to order more paint to be able to do it. So I just would really like to get her home. She's looking really good though. For my first ever silicone painting, I think she looks amazing. It was definitely, it was definitely a learning experience, and I know more on what to do and what to not to do with silicones, but like I said, I feel like she looks great. I had a little bit of trouble with the first silicone paint that I was using, but once I got the new paint, it worked out so much better. But she's looking super cute. Hi, Mary. How are you? I figured, I was hoping you was going to come on. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on here because it's much harder to reborn while I'm talking to people also, but I figured I'd come on for a little while. This is the very first layer. This baby, I was saying this baby does not need neutralized, so we're just going with the first layer. Sorry, I keep pulling the pieces closer to me. It's just, I don't know. I keep forgetting that I'm recording. Alright, so I need to let that flash off. And then I can put her in the oven for the very first bake. And every time before I put in the oven, you guys know I've went over the creases once. I always go over the creases about 3 times, because once you bake, it's done. Once you bake, you're done. Unless you completely strip it, but I'm always very careful so I don't have to do anything like that. Alright, so now I'm just going to wait for a little bit to let her flash off. The head's pretty much flashed off, but the limbs are not yet. Because you have to let it dry before you can put it in the oven. At least I do. I don't know about other people, but... Alright, so... Let's see... Yes, this is Morgan. Hi, Delva. What? I can't just push this to get to the comments. I have to keep clicking on top chat to see it. Hi, Graham. So basically, I'm going to sit here and talk to you guys for a minute because this has to flash all the way before I can put it in the oven. I figured you'd like if I came live for a little bit, Mary and Graham. It's a very long process. You have to do a lot of waiting with reborning for you guys that don't know. Because you have to, after each layer, you have to let it flash off. Then you have to bake it for however many minutes. It depends on what layer you're doing. And then after the baking, you got to wait till it cools. And then you can start on the next layer. So it's like a whole, it's a pretty long process to reborn a baby. People don't realize how long it takes. I mean, there's ways that you could take easier routes, but then you're not getting as good of quality as a baby as you would if you took your complete time. You know. Alright, a few more minutes and then I will bake her the first time. I don't know why my tablet's doing that. You're welcome. Hi, I am from Brazil. Awesome. I think your name is Dalva. Why do I have to keep hitting that for it to come up? That is so annoying. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, Dalva. That's really cool. I would love to visit Brazil. All right. Let's see. This step, you won't really see any kind of change. You start to see the change once I do the mottling, you'll start to see a change and the veining. All right, so now I am going to bake her. All right. Yeah, so this is, it's kind of boring, probably boring for people to watch because there's so much waiting. Usually what I do is while I'm waiting for one baby to cool off or to bake or to flash off, I will work on another baby, but I'm not going to do that while I'm live because it's just too much stress while I'm trying to chat and, all right, anyway. I leave my... No, it's not like that. It just disappears. When you're on live, it just disappears. You don't have a cursor on live. Your chat just disappears, and then usually you can just click the screen and it comes back up, but right now it's not. It's making me push this bottom thing down here and click top chat to be able to see it again. So I don't know why it's doing that. But whatever. Yeah, it's my tablet acting weird. You'd think for $700 it'd work like magic, but or $800 actually. But you know. use 08 or 07? Yeah, I used 08, right? Yeah. Not everybody does what I'm getting ready to do. Halfway through the time, I open it, take it out, and turn the pieces over just so it's evenly baked. A lot of people wouldn't do that. I do. I just prefer to do it to make sure that the layer was baked on right and evenly. So that is what I'm doing right now. And I just turn them over onto the other side. Turn the head upside down just to make sure, ouch, just to make sure that it's baked on evenly. All right, now back in. I'm starting out pretty light because I don't know if you was on here when I was telling the other people on here because this is going to be a little redhead, and redheads usually have pretty light skin. Usually, not always, but yeah. Hi, Becky. How are you? I gotta figure out how I can get this. I still want to be able to see the screen, but I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing when I'm painting. It's kind of annoying. I guess that's better for you to see. You're seeing my paint splattered mess, but oh well. Art desks are never clean, right? That is stains though, so whatever. Right, yeah. All right. Trying to decide if I'm going to do the next step on live or not because it's the next step. Hold on, let me see something. Let's see, base coats. Yeah, next step is the 3 layers of mottling, which on this baby, since it is a light, it's going to be a light redheaded Caucasian baby, I'm going to do all 3 colors of mottling, but I'm going to make it light mottling because little redheaded babies don't have as much mottling as, say, a darker hair baby. So, yeah. All right. So, she is baked and she is hot. Like, you won't notice any different right now. Now she's got to cool, and then I can move on to mottling her. Ow. You guys would not believe, you see this metal ring right here? That thing, I have burnt my arms. I have scars on my arm from where I have burnt myself on that thing so many times just by accidentally touching it. It's crazy. But, all right. So, I don't really like that, how I have that now. Hold on. I can't see the screen as good. Let's try to, I'm still getting used to this new, there. Still getting used to my new stand. I want to look at mommy. There you go. Now I just have to wait for it to completely cool. Usually 5 minutes until it's cool, because if you put paint on a hot baby, you're going to set that paint before you get done putting it where you want it and taking it out of the creases and stuff. It will automatically, if it's hot, it will automatically be stuck on your baby. So you always want to make sure it's completely cool before you start the next layer. What I usually do is, while I'm waiting, I usually work on another baby. So usually working on 2 babies at a time, but while I'm live, I'm not going to do that just because it's much harder to do. But I am going to get my creasing colors out. Or not, what am I talking about? Not creasing, but, oh shoot. What am I trying to say, guys? Mottling colors, there we go. I use 3 mottling colors. Purple, blue, and red. Where's my red? There we go. Here's my mottling colors, but I am going to make these a little lighter because, like I said, this is going to be a little redheaded baby. So I guess, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the mottling on here. I might as well. Now, mottling, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Mottling is the only 3 layers that I do not bake in between. And that is because, in my opinion, but I do let it dry. I let the first layer dry before I start on the next layer. There's 3 layers of 3 different colors. But this is the only layer throughout the reborning process that I do not bake after each layer. And that's just because I like the 3 colors to kind of go in together instead of just being the mottling layer real bright and then or the purple mottling layer real bright and then the red mottling layer. I kind of like when they're just a little bit, I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but I know what I'm talking, I feel I know what I'm talking about. It just makes it look better. I've done it both ways and I like it better not baked in between. But this is the only layers out of the whole reborning process that I do like that. Right now I'm just getting my 3 mottling colors ready. But I am going to do the mottling on this baby rather light. I mean, you'll be able to see it, but it's not going to stand out as much as I would on some babies. But you will see it, obviously. Alright, so now I'm just going to add, here, let me move this over so you can see it. I'm just going to add some of my thinner to make it not near as dark. That's probably way too much, but that's okay. I can just put it back. Alright. Oh yeah, he's still really hot. Alright. Why is that doing that? I don't understand it. It's driving me crazy. Alright. Do 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 do. Alright, my dirty brushes of these can go put up. Now I gotta get my mottling sponges. Where are they at? Where's my other ones? Oh, there it is, okay. I'm gonna say, I know I didn't throw my mottling sponges away. Because I reuse my sponges because there's no reason not to if you're only using one color on them. So, I mean, obviously if they get really horrible. Now, on my mottling, I do not use the circles because I don't like that. I think the circle print on a baby does not look really realistic, in my opinion. So, I just do this with my mottling sponges. I just kind of, yeah, there's my mottling sponges. And I need another brush to apply. Well, that brush is not very good anymore. Oh my gosh, come on, Morgan. Dry. I mean, dry. What am I talking about? My gosh, I cannot think tonight. I meant cool off. I'm just testing these mottling colors on my cloth right now, just to make sure they're not going to be too dark. All right, yep, they look good. Ah. How do I just, all right, this is how I make them. I literally just, I'll just show you one. I take my regular, now these are special ones. These are actually a lot bigger than the ones you buy from Bountiful Baby. Here's the ones you buy from Bountiful Baby. Okay, I hate these. I hate them. They're too small. Anyway, what I do is take tweezers, pull off all the edges, and it doesn't matter how you do it. Just make sure you pull off all the edges so you're not getting any straight lines. And what I do from there is I just take the tweezers and just start pulling out circles. And what is still raised is what will go on your baby. So I just pull out the little pieces until I like it, and that's how I do it. But the raised part is what will go on the babies, not the deep part, if that, you know what I mean. Oh my gosh, she's getting there, but she's still a little hot. I don't want to, you don't ever want to start when, oh, her limbs are a little cooler than her head. I could probably, Mary, oh, okay, nobody calls you Mary Lou. See, I just forget it, so that's why I forget the second part to it, so that's why I've been referring to you as Mary. Sorry. Oh, shoot. I love these little things. I bought a whole bag of them. I also can use these to make little bubbles, the little bubbles that babies have in their mouth. But I bought a bunch of these, and I love using them to get my paint out of the jars, my already mixed paint, because you can just like, I don't know, I'm a weirdo. But yeah. Mary Lou. I'll try to remember it. I've got to get in the, what is wrong with my brain tonight? I got to remember it before I'll be able to, you know what I'm saying. My brain does not want to work tonight, guys. I think I'm tired, or I don't know what's wrong with me. But I've been rooting my hands off lately. I'm recording.
I said tonight.
Huh?
I said my brain's not working tonight.
Whatever. He's so mean. Did you guys just hear him? He said, what did you say? He said, your brain's not working. You said tonight? Meaning that my brain never works. He's mean to me.
Well, sometimes.
Whatever. Alright, I'm going to start on the limbs first because they're cool. Okay, so I always start out with the blue layer when it comes to mottling because it's the darkest. It will show up the most. So I like to, since I don't bake in between, I like that the other colors kind of tone it down some, if that made any sense. Alright, here we go. Alright, now this is still wet, but, and you guys might not be able to see the color. I'm going pretty light. I can see it pretty well, but, okay, so there's one arm. I'm going to lay that there to dry. Okay. My son's playing his game, guys, so you may hear him in the background. He is 19, and if he cusses, I'm sorry. All right. Yep, he's cussing. He plays online games with his friends, so yeah. Alright, now FaceTime for the blue. Alright, so I do start at the, my gosh, I start right there by the outside of the eye, and I go around the ear, and then to the neck, and then I go up, the temple, and then around the ear. And I don't know why I do that. I just prefer to do it that way. I have no idea why. And then I go in and fill in everywhere else. Now with the blue and the purple, I stay away from the lips and directly on the nose. That's just my preference. I don't know why I do that. Because there's been times that I've put now with the red, I will put the red mottling on the nose. Just not the, what is that? Just not the blue and purple. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but just my preference, so. And then after I dab it everywhere, I go back and look for any spots that didn't get any and go back. You don't want it to be all over, but this sponge does a very good job of separating the little mottling spots, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Probably not, but alright, now I need to. Got a little bit of blue on the nose that I didn't really care for, so I'm gonna kind of dab that away. Alright, so that is the blue layer. Oh, I missed a piece on the back. This baby's gonna have hair, so it doesn't really matter about the head, but I still do it. Alright, so now you probably can't see it very well, but it still has to dry, so it'd be lighter if you did see it. Alright, so I'm going to put the rest of the blue away and then start on the purple. Because that's how I like to do it. Usually I go quite a bit darker, but for little redheads, I feel like they don't have a lot of mottling. But you will still see this. It'll still, you know, it'll still show up, but just lighter than I would, you know. What happened? Are you guys there? It's frozen. Oh my gosh. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you there? Are you guys back? I think it may be back. Alright, now to the purple layer. Okay, good. Alright. The purple layer will start making it look a little scary, but mostly when it's wet. But I promise it will come together after I'm done. With reborning, you really got to take chances to learn. And a lot of the steps can be very scary because you don't realize that your paint is going to be a lot lighter after it's flashed off. So when I was learning, I just went for it. And yeah, I feel like if you don't just go for it in reborning, it's going to be hard for you to, if you're too scared to mess up, it's going to be hard for you to get the hang of it because you can't be scared to mess up in reborning because, and all of us, I don't care what anybody says, every one of us reborners that reborns make mistakes and have made mistakes. That's, especially when you're learning, that's just, obviously, you're going to make mistakes when you're learning. Now the first baby I ever made, oh my gosh, I stressed out about it so bad. And now when I know people's getting ready to start reborning, I literally just tell them, just have fun with it. If you make mistakes, you make mistakes. Go into it thinking that you probably will make some mistakes and just keep moving forward with it, even if you do have some mistakes. And that's how I really learned. I just, yeah, kept going with it. All right. Now, the face. we go. Looking crazy, guys, but I promise you it will work out. You gotta get them to look crazy before they can look real and cute. That's how I feel anyway. Alright. And I'm gonna put the rest of the purple back and work on the red. I love the mottling stage because it's 3 layers and you don't have to bake or wait for it to cool. Mottling is one of my favorite layers. I think it's one of the easiest layers too. That's just my opinion. I'm sure some people wouldn't agree, but that's how I feel. I love mottling and veining. Yeah. All right. Red. Sorry I'm not reading comments, guys. It's just too hard for me to do this and keep having to press that button to be able to see the comments come back up. And they don't stay up very long. But I will get to, if you guys have questions on there, I will get to them in a minute. Because this is my last mottling layer. Like I said, I love the mottling layers because it's a long period of time that you just get to paint and you don't got to bake in between and all of that good stuff. That's why I like it so much, I think. Da-da-da-da-da. Alright, now to her cute little face for the last mottling layer. I'm recording, baby. Alright, now I gotta let it flash off and her mottling layers are done after I bake it. after I let it flash off and then look it all over, look in the creases, look at all that stuff, and then bake her. I will in just a second go look at the comments, guys. All right. You got to remember, I do also have my very, very bright light on too. But you'll see once she's baked, she's just going to have very subtle undertoning. Once I put like skin tone on, skin tone goes on over this. Many, many, many layers goes on over this. You're not seeing her very well because only one side of the light is on there. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wow. There's a lot of comments that I missed. Hold on, guys. Hi, Yancy. Hi, Iris. Yes, Cole is doing Sparkle Squad again this year. You are welcome, Mary Lou. Thank you, Yancy. Hi, Joanne. Yes, I do sometimes, Yancy. Yeah, I haven't been on live, but I'm gonna start doing it more. I'm gonna within the day or so, I'm gonna go live on my Facebook also. I probably should have done that this time because I announced that I was going to, but this was just kind of a quick thing. My family is doing very well. See, as you can see now that it's drying, you can't see it as much. But this will be under, I promise you, you'll like it. It will be under many, many, many layers. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is.
11:24.
Oh, it's 11:24. All right, so I am going to start going over her, and if I see anything that's a little too dark, I just take and tap it away, and that will lighten it. Because it is not baked yet, and if it's not baked, you can still change it. But I think her face looks really cute. Really good. I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, let's look at the limbs. Looks good. Okay. Looking good. probably another minute, and then I'm gonna put her in the oven to bake on her mottling. All right. That's how you get the realistic look. How, Susie? What do you? I must have missed your. I don't remember what I said, hon. But yes, I try to go very, very realistic with my babies. Okay, Yancy, I will definitely tell them. I'm a night owl too, Joanne. 100%. Hi, Astro. Oh, thank you, Iris. I know. You're so sweet. You treat me good, Iris. Yes, yes, it is how you have to go through them little bit odd stages to get to the very realistic parts, because if you skip them, your baby's not going to be as realistic. You know, some people go very basic and some people go very realistic. Now, I would say my first couple of babies, probably 1 through 5, my very first babies, were pretty basic. That's just how it is when you're first starting. But now I do so much more than when I first started. A lot more to make them look so much more realistic. Okay, I'm gonna put her in the oven. I'm gonna kind of skim over her one more time. All right, let's see. All right, we're ready to go in the oven. All right. Yes, Susie, I feel like that also. If they don't have all the good details, a lot of them come out looking dollish. But when you're first learning, you know, that's just how it is. But once you learn, once you've done it for quite a while, you'll learn all the techniques to make them look real. Yeah, they do look odd, like what you was looking at. I know it just looks like a bunch of colors all over, but I promise you, after I get all of the skin tone layers and everything, you will see a huge difference. Right now, we're still in the very beginning stages, so you're gonna see what looks kind of weird at the moment, but I promise you, it'll be different when I get further along. The last layer, because I do 2 sealing layers, the 2 sealing layers is really what gives it the most realistic vibe. Once you get to the 2 sealing layers, because that's what makes their skin look like real skin, with how I do it anyway. I just feel them last 2 layers really take it from looking like a painted doll to looking like a real baby. That's just my opinion. But I have many, 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 many layers to go. This is literally just 4 layers on this baby. You do around 30 to 50 different steps and layers. Yes, Iris. When I put them in the oven after each step, that seals that layer. Sure does, hon. Oh, and Iris, I don't know if you was on here earlier when I was talking about your silicone Sabrina, but the rooting is going great. You are going to love it. I think it's absolutely adorable. And yeah, so I've been working real hard. I know, Astro. I'm excited. I got her right here. I have her nose already drilled. She's actually a big girl. I think she's gonna wear, because this is the Sweet Pea Awake, and I'm pretty sure her nose is already drilled. I'm pretty sure this baby will wear 6-month size clothes. Maybe some 3 to 6, but she's pretty big. I'll show you once I pull this baby out how different their head sizes are. I gotta turn this over. Hold on, guys. She's a big girl. But, yeah, I'm excited for you too. This is Astro's baby that she won from me, that I will be reborning for her. Secondhand ovens. Are you talking to me, Yancy? Well, I bought my very, very, very first oven I bought it secondhand. And guess how many times I got to use it before it melted a doll completely and quit working? Twice. So I would say do not buy a secondhand oven. All right. So there she is. Still looking a bit crazy. Also, guys, I want to show you something. I have very bright light on. Okay, so there. See, when my bright light's on, it kind of makes it stand out even more crazy looking. Because this is my reborning light. So, there she is. And here's her little leg. I'll show you. See, this is regular room light. See, it's not so powerfully on there. It's just this bright light is, you know, you guys know what I'm saying. Here is this leg. Ow, it burnt me. And here is the baby's arms. Here's the regular light in my room. Okay. Now, I want to show Astro how big this baby is. So, Morgan is, I'm pretty sure Morgan is 19 inches long. I think. Here is Sweet Pea Awake. Here's Morgan. She is a big girl, Astro. Big, big girl. So, she's probably going to wear, I would say 6 months. And I love the sculpt. That sculpt is so cute. I love it. I think this is another baby that would make a very good Native American baby. I don't know why I see Native American in this baby. But this baby is going to be a little baldy for Astro, though. But with that face, I'm telling you, I think this baby is going to be adorable. Adorable little bald baby. So, what are you going to have it? Are you going to have it as a girl or a boy, Astro? Does she? There's one of her hands. Oh, you're talking about... You're talking about Morgan. I think the Saskia kit's a different finger up. Here's Astral's baby's arms and hands. Super cute. And then also the other baby that, where is it at? The baby that, pinky one is baby Cadence, and I am reborning this baby also. Little sweet baby. But yeah, super cute. Her nose hairs are already drilled as well. So, yeah. All right, guys. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop with the recording because I want to really get into this, and it's much harder when I record. Where am I at? I think I missed some stuff. That's how I feel too, Astro. I always figure out if I wanted a girl or a boy when it's done. So I am going to go ahead and get off here, guys, because I'm going to keep working on this sweet little baby. And yeah, so I will update on this baby throughout the process and let you guys see her and all that good stuff, all the babies. I am going to start doing more of these videos of me reborning in front of the camera, just because I think people really like it and stuff, guys. But you have to understand, it's a lot harder for me to do it. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I love you guys. And yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. And I had fun on here. All right. Good night, guys.